Hey everyone, have you ever felt stuck? Like you really want to change something about yourself or your life, but it just feels impossible? Or maybe you worry way too much about what other people think of you? You are not alone. We all feel that sometimes. Today, we are diving into a book that might just flip all those ideas on their head. It's called The Courage to be Disliked, and it's written by two amazing Japanese thinkers, Ichiro Kishimi and Fumitake Koga. This isn't just another self-help book. It's a deep conversation, like you are sitting right there with a wise old philosopher and a young, curious person. And what it teaches? It says that happiness is actually super simple, and it's right there for all of us, right now. This book could actually change your life. Are you brave enough to find out how? So, who are these guys? Ichiro Kishimi is a philosopher who has spent his life studying ancient Greek thinkers like Socrates and Plato, but also a special kind of psychology called Adlerian psychology. He even works as a counselor, helping young people. He loves to teach by having long, deep talks, just like the philosophers of old. Fumitake Koga is an award-winning writer. He found Adler's ideas in his late 20s and they completely blew his mind. He visited Kishimi many times, learning all the important stuff, and then wrote this book to share it with everyone, using that old Greek style of talking things through. Think of them as storytellers who want to help you see the world in a new way. The whole book feels like a play with two main characters. First, we have the philosopher. He's calm, super wise, and believes the world is simple and anyone can be happy. He's a teacher, but not in a bossy way. He just guides the young man to think for himself. Then there's the young man. He's bright and curious, but also pretty unhappy and a bit lost. He doesn't believe the philosopher's ideas at first. He's suffering from low confidence, feelings of not being good enough, and worrying too much about what others think. He comes to Ayu to prove the philosopher wrong. But secretly, he wants to find the truth and feel better. Their back and forth is how we learn all the amazing lessons in the book. The whole story takes place in the philosopher's cozy study, filled with books, somewhere in Kyoto, Japan. It's like a secret hideout for deep thoughts. The core idea is Adlerian psychology, named after Alfred Adler. He's often called the third giant of psychology, alongside Freud and Jung. But unlike Freud, who looked to the past for problems, Adler said we should look at our goals. This is called teleology. It's a way of thinking that says, your life isn't decided by what happened to you before, but by what you choose to do right now, and what you're aiming for. Let's dive into the journey the young man takes. Act 1. The setup. Challenging the past. The young man first storms into the philosopher's study, ready for a fight. He's unhappy and believes his past has shaped him in bad ways. He has a friend who can't leave his room, and he thinks it's because of some trauma from his past. But the philosopher drops a bombshell. Trauma does not exist. He says it's not about what happened, but what meaning we give to it. So, his friend isn't stuck because of past hurt, but because he has a goal to stay inside, maybe to get attention from his parents. Then the young man tells a story about how he blew his top at a waiter who spilled coffee on him. He says anger just came out, he couldn't help it. But the philosopher argues, you got angry so that you could shout. Anger, he explains, is just a tool we pick up to get what we want, like making someone listen or give in. Think of a mom who stops yelling at her child the moment the phone rings, then starts again after. It shows we control our anger, not the other way around. This whole idea that our present is shaped by our goals, not our past, is the big difference between Adler's teleology and Freud's etiology. Act 2. Conflict or exploration. The world of relationships. The young man starts to get it, but he's still wrestling. He hates himself and feels inferior. The philosopher reveals, all problems are interpersonal relationship problems. Even our feelings of not being good enough come from comparing ourselves to others. We worry about our looks or how smart we are only because there are other people to compare to. The philosopher even shares how he used to worry about his height, but learned it could be an advantage. He explains that feelings of inferiority are normal and can push us to do better, like a chef wanting to improve. But an inferiority complex is when we use that feeling as an excuse not to try, like saying, I'm not smart, so I can't succeed. And some people even develop a superiority complex, acting like they're better than others because they secretly feel really bad about themselves. The philosopher says that life is not a competition. If we see everyone as our rivals, we'll always be scared and lonely. Instead, we should see others as comrades. This means we can celebrate their happiness, not just feel bad about ourselves. Then comes a really big idea: separation of tasks. This is about knowing what's your job to worry about, and what's someone else's. For example, whether a child studies or not is their task, not the parents'. Parents can offer help, but they shouldn't force or control. The philosopher says most troubles happen when we get tangled up in other people's tasks, or let them get tangled in ours. This leads to a shocking idea: we shouldn't try to be recognized or praised by others. Living to satisfy other people's expectations means you're not living your own life, you're living someone else's. And the true sign of freedom? It's being disliked by other people. Not that you want to be disliked, but that you're not afraid of it. It means you're living authentically, on your own terms. Act 3. Resolution: finding happiness in contribution. The philosopher continues by saying the goal of all relationships is community feeling. This is about feeling like you belong, that it's okay to be here. But you're not the center of the world. To get this feeling, you need 3 things: self-acceptance, confidence in others, and contribution to others. Self-acceptance means you accept yourself just as you are, even if you are only 60%. You don't lie to yourself that you're perfect, but you focus on what you can change and have the courage to do it. Confidence in others means believing in people unconditionally, without expecting anything back. Yes, you might get hurt, but if you always doubt, you'll never have deep relationships. It's the other person's task if they take advantage, not yours to control. And contribution to others? This is the big one. It's not about sacrificing yourself, but about feeling useful to others. The philosopher says, happiness is the feeling of contribution. Even if your contribution isn't visible, just the subjective sense that, I am of use to someone, is enough to feel valuable and courageous. Work, even simple tasks like doing dishes, can be a contribution if you see your family as comrades. This leads to horizontal relationships, where everyone is equal but not the same. Instead of praising or scolding, which comes from a vertical, top-down view, you offer encouragement by saying, thank you. This helps others find their own courage. Finally, the philosopher says life isn't like a straight line with a destination, but a series of moments, like a dance. You live each moment fully, dancing your best in the here and now. The greatest life lie is to postpone life by focusing too much on the past or future. Life might not have a meaning given to it, but you get to choose and assign your own meaning. And the guiding star to a truly free and happy life? Contribution to others. Because if you change yourself, the world around you will change too. This book is packed with powerful ideas. Courage. This is the biggest one. The courage to change, the courage to be happy, the courage to be normal, and especially the courage to be disliked. Freedom. It's not about doing whatever you want without rules. It's about being free from other people's expectations and judgments. Interpersonal relationships, they are the root of all problems, but also the source of all happiness. How you see others, enemies or comrades, changes everything. Self-responsibility, you choose your lifestyle and the meaning of your experiences. You are the one who decides your life, not your past or your environment. The here and now, don't live for tomorrow or dwell on yesterday. Focus on what you can do earnestly and conscientiously in this very moment, like a dance. This book has so many impactful lines, but here are 2 that really stick with you. 1. The important thing is not what one is born with, but what use one makes of that equipment. This quote means it doesn't matter if you think you're not good enough, or didn't have a good start. What truly matters is what you do with what you have. Your potential isn't set in stone. You get to decide how you use your unique gifts and challenges. It's about making the most of your own journey, not wishing for someone else's. 2nd, freedom is being disliked by other people. This one might sound scary, but it means that true freedom comes when you stop caring so much about what everyone else thinks. If you try to please everyone, you become a slave to their expectations. Being okay with some people not liking you is proof that you are living authentically, following your own principles, and truly being yourself. It's the courage to be your genuine self, even if it means not everyone approves. So, what can we take from all this? The book teaches us that we have more power than we think. We can choose to be happy right now by changing how we see the world and our relationships. It's about seeing others as teammates, not competitors. It's about accepting yourself, believing in others, and finding your worth by helping out, even in small ways. And it's about living fully in this moment, not waiting for a perfect future that might never come. It's not always easy, the young man struggles a lot. But the first step is just having the courage to try. What do you think? Does the idea of the courage to be disliked resonate with you? Would you dare to live more freely, even if it means some people won't like it? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this helpful, please like this video, share it with a friend who might need to hear this, and subscribe for more insights that could change your perspective. See you next time.